All right, guys, we're live again. This is our second live stream, and we're going to wait for people to join. If anybody wants to click the YouTube button, a couple of more seconds. And today we're going to cover a couple, whether you're watching live or a replay on YouTube. We're going to go over how QuantWheel can help you earn more money. And then we're going to go over some basic option selling strategies, the ones you can use to start, or if you want something very simple and very passive, and how to use QuantWheel to do that, to achieve that. I have my demo account open on another screen. I'm going to share it and go step by step. But before that, let's wait for one more minute, see if anyone else is joining, and start. At the end of the session, or if you're watching the replay, just comment and leave the comments. We're going to answer them at the end of the session after I show QuantWheel and a couple of strategies. And if related to something we're showing, we're going to answer it right away. So, all right, Ivan, if you'll have anything to add, just let me know. I'm going to share my screen and start.
Yeah, please go ahead.
All right, awesome. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your demo.
Perfect. So guys, if you log into QuantWheel, this is what you're going to see. You're going to be in the Action Center, and everything that is on your screen when you click Action Center is revolving around how much money you can earn by using QuantWheel. So if you see right here, my portfolio of my demo account is $252,888, and a potential I can earn 1,587 a month. Just use the cash that I have unallocated. So what I can do is use it to sell cash secured puts, or if I just use positions that I already have of stocks that I already have and just sell covered calls. So everything around this screen here is about how to earn more money on QuantWheel. And if you want to maximize your revenue potential selling options, this is the only thing you have to watch. So besides your regular research, you can also go here and click unallocated cash. I see that out of 252,000, I have 230 is not working for me. And if I click it, I go to the wheel screen. And the wheel screen is everything that you already think about. Is okay, some link is not working. Marcelo, let us know which link is not working in the chat. We're going to fix it right away. But in the meantime, this is the wheel screen. The wheel screen helps you basically trade the currency options. What you already understand what wheel is, but a wheel is basically what you can imagine. It's a cycle that you follow when trading options. First, you sell a cash secured put. Then, if you don't want to get assigned, you can roll. If you get assigned calls, and then you can see your results in the. As I said, in the Action Center, I have 231,000 that I'm not using. It's not making me money. So if I click on it, I go to the wheel section, and I will see all the options available that I can sell. Use that cash that is allocated. So what I will do here, I'm going to show you just two different strategies. I'm going to select S&P 500. I'm going to select NVIDIA. Or I'm going to go with core, which is not in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select S&P 500. I'm going to go to here and next thing, I'm going to select cash secured put as my strategy because I have a lot of cash that I didn't allocate. and I want to earn at least % per month, which means that that's basically 12% per year. I'm going to see all the options that allow me to do that. I'm going to have at least 14 to 45 days till expire the filters. So right now here you have all the filters that you need. You can create your own watch list if you want to. You can select the ticker, strategy, option filter, technical filter, and company. I made a mistake here. It's not showing me any options, even though you maybe know why that's so. Maybe I maybe placed some weird filters. But what I filter the option, the stock that I want to trade, source difference. So I want to see the lowest price, the lowest strike price, and go from there. So what I'm asking myself right now is, okay, how much do I want to earn, and what is the delta here? So for example, the delta here means that there is 85% approximately that this option is going to expire worthless. If I click on it, I can see the visually where the strike is. So it's just 3.7% below, and the date till expire is 2. So I probably have wrong filter on DTE. Or Ivan, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
What's I don't see any other options here.
Yeah, I think Tesla is being refreshed as we speak, so we're populating more options.
True. It's market open, so I see. Okay, let's wait a little bit longer. Let's try NVIDIA.
Yeah, maybe NVIDIA is a good example.
Yeah, okay. So basically what I do is I open a stock that I want to trade. I select NVIDIA and trade, and I select cash secured put, date till expiry. Date till expiry will be 14 to 45. Why do I pick those? Because in 14 days, I have enough time to react if the stock goes in the direction I don't want it to go. And 45 just to see what are the options, how long I want to wait. I don't want to wait longer than this. I want my cash to flow. And it's enough to maybe sell before the expiry, profit. Yearly, I expect 12% per month. And on 252,000 on this demo account, percent is about 100, which is enough to, for example, cover your rent or maybe even all expenses. So if the goal is to retire early, you can do so. You have to be careful, but you can do so. So I sort the difference based on discount. So what this means for me is, if in 40 stock price of NVIDIA falls before expiry on June 18th, if it falls below $182, I'll be forced to buy 1 shares of NVIDIA at the biggest risk for me is if it drops to 150, I'll still have to buy it at 182. So I'll have $32. The difference will be my loss, but that's extremely unlikely with NVIDIA. And it's giving me 12% yearly. So this is a pretty good and pretty safe option to trade. So I can sell a cash secured put here and I will earn about 1.6% in 43 days, or 12% if it's translated to yearly yield. That's about $283 per each option contract. And this is a pretty good option to trade now. I'll show you another one. Another one Ivan and I have been watching is HIMS. For example, HIMS right now is at a pretty nice discount. If you know what's going on in the US with peptides are becoming more and more popular. This is prescription drugs, a lot of let's say e-commerce products for men. And right now, this option is at 18.5 strike price, 12% yearly yield, exactly what we're looking for. For you to have to buy 100 shares at, you would need to have a drop of more than 31% in 3 days, which is very likely. But even if that happens, you're getting a very nice discounted stock. As long as you do this, you're earning your income. And let's say this doesn't go the way we want to and we get assigned. What happens next? Let's find NVIDIA, add the right expiry. Let's say this is around a month and a half from now. And the strike price, let's say this was happening this Friday. We are getting NVIDIA, we're getting assigned on NVIDIA, and we don't want to get assigned. And it's around the stock price. So what do we do here? We're still fine, right? Because the stock price is 213, our strike price is 212. We're still fine, but make sure that we don't get assigned. So what we can do is we select the right option and we find all the options where we can roll to. What rolling basically is, you close your current position and open a new one. For example, here you would close the cash secured put and you would sell another one, add a different expiry and add a lower strike price. So for example, this one looks good. We would earn $188 more and we would just have to wait 14 more days, wouldn't get the sum. And none of the tools that you have online, nor does your broker, show you this. And this makes it very simple for you to keep your cash and only earn money and income from selling options. So you can be sure, more secure, that you know what you're doing and only what you are planning to do happens. Also, disclaimer here, only sell options on the stocks that you would like to own anyways, especially if you're looking at, for example, NVIDIA. It's one of the best stocks out there, if not the best one. So you're probably not in that much danger here, even if you get assigned. But if you don't want, you can always roll it. Then if you get assigned, I left this NVIDIA stock on purpose here, but even if you get covered calls, and you will see the options that you can sell here for NVIDIA. This is still getting updated with the broker. We're using a connection with the data centers that are sometimes pretty late. But as you can see here, there are many options that you can sell now on the stock that you own. So while I'm waiting for NVIDIA stock price to go up, I can go here and sell covered calls on NVIDIA still while I'm waiting. So for example, this one gives me 4.5% in 30 days, which is a pretty good one. If I want to sell NVIDIA right now, is at 12. If I want to sell it right now, instead of selling it right away, I can just squeeze even more juice by saying, okay, if it grows at $3 a bit, if that happens in the next 30 days at the expiry of June 5th, and I'm going to earn 4.5% for doing so, because I'm securing to somebody else by this 100 shares for this option, $965 per contract. And that's how you run the wheel. If this happens to get assigned and you have to sell your shares, you just go back to find deals, find NVIDIA, and sell a cash secured put again. And at the end, this is my demo account, you'll see your results. You will see how much money you are earning and what's portfolio. What is interesting here is you can see your break-even price per ticker. What this means is, if I was rolling and I was running the price, my break-even price of NVIDIA wouldn't be 213, it would be much lower. It would be, say, if I'm earning per trade on premium, it would decrease by $5 every time I sell an option. So much lower. That way, more with certain stocks and be sure that long term you're earning even more money. And why this? And one more question: why QuantWheel earns you more money than doing this on your broker platform? Because the screener on QuantWheel is showing you much more data than your broker. For example, if you're looking at NVIDIA and you're looking at options here, you're going to see that NVIDIA has on your broker two screens. Let's go here. So you're going to see option chain on your broker, something like this. Now it's going to have left and right side usually, but you're going to see a lot of data that doesn't mean much to you. If you're a person who just wants to earn income from options, we won't care about the volume, bid and ask prices until you choose the right option. Of course, a lot of this data will not mean much to you, and it's unorganized. Well, on QuantWheel, you can just go here, and what you can do is you can just see if the delta is the right delta for you, or if you have right yearly yield. So you can just more data that is interesting to you on this column. I wanted to see the, for example, PE ratio. I can just click it here. It'll be shown here, and I can see NVIDIA's PE ratio, and then by yearly yield, and I can see the most profitable trade right now. Here it is, this one, and you can find more options to trade, but you can also the difference between a few days in 16 and 23 days is maybe earning you more money here, or you earn 1% more by just waiting a little more days. The difference in strike price is minimal. So maybe you want to choose to sell a cash secured put on this one because you expect the stock to grow, and you would not notice this on your brokerage account because it's difficult, or not difficult, but time consuming to calculate every single options yield and check every single options delta. Here you see everything in one place, and because you chose the right strike price, you earned 1% or 0.9% more in 7 days. And just like this, you're earning at least 5 to 6% more, depends on how much you risk. Now, depends on your strategy, but we have tons of traders which you can check in our Discord. Join our Discord. You will see a lot of people just say, hey, first trade that I took just paid off the whole yearly QuantWheel price. Before I continue, Ivan, I will let you speak. I just want to show what else is the journal. The most interesting part are the profit view and per ticker price, and you will try it out yourself. If you're a day trader, or if you sell options and you want to use GEX, you can. We popular GEX in the world right now because it just offers a ton of data and different GEX tools. You can use the heat map, you can use Max Pain, GEX Replay, Gamma Flip, or if you want, you can create your own workspace. What we're working on right now, and what you're going to see in the near future, is an ability to copy others. Right now, we have a couple of traders here who are showing their trades. You can see, let's look at, you can see his profile, and you can see what he's doing, just steal whatever ideas he has and trade same things trading. And in the near future, we're very close to trading. So you're just going to click one button for Ivan. He is pretty expensive, but if you can afford to copy his trades for $1 and help him out, he's going to you're going to earn much more, because you're going to look at this. He's earning some nice cash already this year. And lastly, we have our intelligence bot, the AI that knows everything about your portfolio. For example, how can I earn more money on on QuantWheel, it's going to show you. And I'm just going to, it knows your portfolio, it knows your trades, it knows how much you're earning, it knows your mistakes, so it can help you out pretty nicely, as you can see. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen and look at the comments. All right, Marcelo, we fixed the link, I see. Thanks, Ian, for doing that. And if there are any questions, let us know.
Yeah, for today I was planning to share my workflow live, going from the QuantWheel and back to my broker and actually place trades as I'm using the product. I've set up my local fidelity, and hopefully that can be that can work. But before that, Marcel has a question. Do we trade on ETFs, for example, CRCA, and how do I choose to not receive this type of ideas on my alerts? That's a good question. Let me I can share my screen and show you exactly in QuantWheel. So in Find Deals, we did create a specific watch list. So US equities contains both stocks and ETFs. But if you go to just US stocks, that's gonna just basically remove all the ETFs from your results. And then on top of that, basically, if I like my setup here, I can save this search and basically have like no ETF alerts and enable alerts right here. So once I do this, I'll start getting alerts on my Discord and in my email that send me these kind of opportunities. Does that kind of answer the question? Yeah, well, let me know. I'll come back to the comments. Or Luca, you can stop me while I'm going through this workflow. So as you can see, I currently do have some unallocated cash, and the infra for AI is roaring. There are earnings that are kind of doing okay right now, so premiums are quite elevated. So you can see even for like 0.2 delta, you're getting 120% yearly annualized returns. I like to be very, 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 very conservative. So personally, like I don't mind 45% yearly if that's only like 8% chance. So personally, I'll take a look at IRON, and I do like to see the chart first and compare where the GEX levels are. And usually, I like to sync my cash secure put level with the put wall. In this case, okay, IRON is just super, super bullish, it seems. In that case, I'll just take a look at whereas the put wall is still here at exactly this level 50 that I picked. So yeah, this does make sense to me, and I'll go ahead and place this trade. Let me just try to switch to my actual screen. Okay. Oh, just 1 second. All right, I'm back in my Fidelity, and I'll just find my options chain for IRON, get the expiration, strikes, and we've decided with a 50 strike price, currently doing basically 1%. And when I'm deciding how many contracts I take, I'm not super passionate about this. And I do like to put at most 5% of my portfolio into one trade. So I'll go with 5 contracts. That's kind of exposing me to, actually, no, let's do slightly less. 3 contracts will expose me to $15,000. And I do want to make sure I get enough premium for that, basically 1% in basically 2 days. I'm happy with that, and if iron does go down, this is a good price to own the stock. Okay, I'm filled. That was easy. Basically, I immediately pocketed $1,300, and I will own iron cheaper if the stock goes below my strike price. All right, next. I do want to share we did just enable Tradier as our broker. Maybe I can share the screen here again. So you do have broker connections available in QuantWheel. Right now they live in settings and broker connections, or if you don't have the broker enabled, you'll see buttons like this, basically manage your broker. Right now I've connected Tradier and Fidelity, so I'm getting a lot of suggestions from QuantWheel. It's basically everything I have to do. I just come back to my action center, and immediately, as Luca mentioned, I do see that there's a lot of things I could do right now. So, for example, I have a poor man covered call on Charter, I could close it right now for this PNL. Also, it's telling me which options really consider to roll, and that was literally 2 clicks in the broker connection. Now we can do it with Tradier as well. Luca, anything you want to add before I proceed with rolling?
I want to say that on the next slides, we're going to how we trade in detail, what is the portfolio, what are the actions we take, because it all depends on you. You can be extremely conservative and just earn 1 to 2% per year. Additionally, if you just cover calls on very low deltas, which means that there is a very low chance that they'll actually get assigned, and or go and do what we do every 75 days, sell an option and run the wheel. And you can treat it as an income generating activity more than some long-term investment. And you can consider it as, for example, what you would do with real estate and then sell or rent it out, like the rent. You can do this with stocks. The future sessions, we're just going to go over the basics of option trading, option selling, and we're also going to invite guys, if you guys want to participate, show us how do you trade, or invite anybody else who we know in the industry would be interesting. Marcelo and the others, if you have any questions, let us know, and that will be half an hour for today. And anybody else watching, join the Discord. We're going to be adding more and more useful information there. Right now on the website, you have the roadmap, what QuantWheel is working on, and what the future looks like. In the next 3-6 months, we're just gonna have pretty useful features that earn you more money. Our goal, by the way, is to help people take it in their hands. So we don't say that you should stop doing, but this is a nice addition. We can cover any electricity bills to rent to all your life expenses or even more. At least that is what we do. That is our goal. Even if you have 5,000-10,000 in your broker account, it can be working for you nicely if you know what you're doing. Thank you, Marcelo. So see you guys in Discord, and thanks for joining again. And let us know if you have any ideas for the next live streams, what you would like to know and